The Netherlands is the country that still has its doubts, internal, political. It has always mentioned the fight against corruption, that Netherlands suggests should be stronger or should have had more results. It mentions the mechanism of cooperation and verification that both countries had starting with 2007, entering in the EU, and it's still in place. Why do you think haven't Romania and Bulgaria and Romania succeeded in leaving behind this image of countries where corruption is still an issue? Why hasn't the fight been so efficient that the Netherlands wouldn't have the argument today?
I don't exclude that in our countries is corruption, but corruption is in whole world. I'm now very satisfied with this, that we have already 1 month or 26 days new government, and one of the issues on which the political forces in our parliament are working for some kind of cooperation, this is exactly the issue of corruption. To have such legitimation, such laws in Bulgaria, which will so guarantee that all the efforts against the corruption will be taken. This is very important here, to be very objective. What is real situation with the corruption? If it is such big problem, or it is problem with very important political will of the politicians to fight against corruption. And on which level is the corruption? On highest level or on level of some regional institutions or something? So this is very important from my point of view. I don't want to say that it is not corruption, but it's important to know exactly the sense of this corruption and to see that it's really fight against this corruption. I'm speaking about Bulgaria. If Bulgaria and Romania will become a full membership in Schengen together in Croatia now in this period before the New Year, it will be additional motivation in our countries to fight against corruption, because we know that it was something, and it's very important. It will be support for all these political forces in our countries which are against the corruption. We have to have this support. Without this support, it will be, against we spoke about already, it will be somehow some win of pro-Russian oriented crises, which are the most, I would say, source of corruption. Because the corruption, having in mind that we are former socialist countries, Bulgaria and Romania, the source of corruption is coming from Russia and from former Soviet Union. And if their forces will be stronger, not having Bulgaria and Romania now in Schengen, it's a chance for corruption. The opposite, if we will be now together with Croatia, Bulgaria, Romania, it will be additional motivation to organize all the juridical system, the court and everything, to be absolutely sure that we'll be on similar level like in other EU member states in fighting of corruption. This is for me very important. This is absolutely political decision, but it's very important as additional motivation for our societies and our politicians.
Do you believe the political instability, the fact that the government, the fact that the Bulgarian government is interim, that there have been elections, several in a short period of time, do you think it might have influenced a country like Netherlands to say it's better to wait and see what happens?
And for first time, we have in frame of 18 months, 4 times parliamentarian elections, 3 of them early elections. One day, the first day were regular elections, parliamentarian, and 3 times early elections. Now we are in situation in which it's not excluded to have again new elections. What is important, and especially now in this parliament, which was voted on the 2nd of October this year, it's important, very, very clear European and Euro-Atlantic majority. More of 74% of the members of parliament are belonging two parties which are with clear European and Euro-Atlantic orientation. Yes, the Netherlands and other countries, they are following all these processes. They see that it's not stable coalition and not stable regular government, but the trend of our geopolitical orientation is absolutely clear. And something more. Speaking about this caretaker government, the ministers are experts, and sometimes this is very good to have consensus in front of the government about some very important and strategic issues. Of course, the regular government is something what we need, but I want to underline that the period with caretaker governments, it's also absolutely normal, I would say, period, also for foreign policy, for our relations with other countries, and so this is important to know. All the rights which have one regular government has the caretaker government. This is under our constitution.